stain is all I ever hear about. It's really pissing me off. You two are done!
Ooh, what? Oh, no.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my wife Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to My Hero Academia Season 2, Encounter, the finale.
Yes, and what could Encounter mean?
I don't know why my brain immediately went to Endeavor, just because it
Looks like a little bit like Endeavor.
It kinda. It's like a word scramble.
Yeah.
Also, not really. Maybe the hero killer, like they go up against him again.
We'll see. I'm not going to speculate much on it, but I am excited to see the end of the season. And if you are, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes of My Hero Academia coming every Sunday and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see episodes early right now, these episodes of Season 3 are all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of Demon Slayer, Gravity Falls, and Code Geass. Alright, are we excited for episode 25, the finale of My Hero Academia Season 2?
Absolutely.
Alright, let's get it.
Let's go.
Listen up, Dunderheads! This video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Oh yeah, and we just met these new members.
Yes.
Get rid of these two. I can already tell they're exactly the kind of trash I hate. A brat and a guy with no manners.
Now, Tomura Shigaraki. They came all this way. The least we can do is hear them out. Give them a chance. Besides, this broker is respected in the underworld. They're bound to be valuable assets.
Like him or not, you still owe me a finder's fee in cash. I suppose I could introduce the two of them before I go. This one looks like an adorable high school girl, right? She's actually the suspect in a series of deaths where the victims all bled out. So far, her name and face have been kept out of the media.
Toga here! Himiko Toga! Life is too hard. I just want to make it easier to live in this dumb world. I want to be Mr. Staney! I want to kill Mr. Staney! Come on, handyman, please let me join your League of Villains!
You gotta be kidding me. Is she crazy?
Well, she can hold a conversation. For the most part, at least. Come on, she could be useful. And this guy hasn't committed any flashy crimes, but he's taken Stain's ideology to heart.
I don't like this. Is your group really dedicated to
What do you
the
make of
hero
them?
killer's mission? I can't imagine you are if you're gonna let this little psycho
I'm not-
join you.
Grow up. She may be a psycho, but at
I'm
least
not
she knows how to
following quite a bit.
introduce herself to people.
So,
I'm not following how life being so hard immediately becomes, so I just want to kill people and Stain.
oh yeah, there's not much logic to
That doesn't make
Toga.
any sense.
I can't imagine
And then
you
there's
are if you're
Dobby
gonna let
over
this
here.
little psycho join you.
Well, he's
Grow
right about
up.
that at least.
She may be a psycho, but at least she knows how to introduce herself to people. Don't just stare. What's your name?
Right now, I'm going by Dobby.
No, I want to know your
Dobby.
real name.
I'll tell you when you need to know it.
Has anyone
In
given
any
him a
case,
sock?
My new purpose is to carry out the hero killer's will.
It wasn't what I asked you, Patchwork. Jeez, why is everyone
Patchwork!
so hung up on Stain? He's all I ever hear about.
He's kind of a
Every
big
day
deal.
over day. It's really pissing me off. You two are done!
Ooh, what? Oh, no. Okay.
Not the
Please
greatest
calm yourself,
getting along
Tomura
wise.
Shigaraki.
No.
If your desire is to be realized, then we must increase our numbers. Now that we're in the spotlight, our chance is at hand. I advise you to be more accepting. You must use them, and the ideology Stain has left behind.
He seems like he's the one who's actually in control.
I'm out of here.
Where are you off to?
Shut up.
So he's thinking
I
he
tried
should
to make it a
use,
point not to complain about a client.
just redirect
He's
people
too
inspired
young
by
and far
Stain.
too
Yeah.
immature.
Really thought he was gonna kill us for a sec.
That guy makes me want to vomit.
Shall we get back to you about recruitment at a later date? I believe our leader knows what he has to do. That's why he left as he did. He understands his circumstances. All Might, then the hero killer. He's been humbled twice very recently. I'm sure he will bring you an answer. One that will satisfy both of you, as well as his own desires.
We're gonna give it a listen. It's the last
right.
time. So while this is going, what do you? So what do you make of those new people inspired by the hero killer and them trying to join the League of Villains?
I'm finding it really interesting how much variety there are in the kinds of people who are inspired by Stain. Just because they all have such different takeaways. Like, it's kind of the same takeaway, but they're interpreting it very differently.
Yeah, they're not all aligned, but they all believe in the same person. It's
exactly,
like really...
which is a weird thing because they can't work together. Like that, there's no way that's gonna go well.
I mean, if you have the same goal, it becomes, I feel like, easier to maybe set aside personal differences.
Yeah, but if you like fundamentally disagree on why you're doing things, I don't know.
That is a unique. That is a great point to bring up.
Very. I feel like that's something I haven't seen before, much at least. I can't think of an instance.
Yeah.
Everyone, I'm looking forward to hearing
So these four failed.
stories of how fun camp was.
Maybe they'll end up letting you go. There might be a last-minute twist or something.
Stop, Midoriya. By saying that
That's
out loud, you're
mean.
just jinxing them.
They said whoever failed the exams would have to skip training camp and live in summer school hell. We didn't pass the practicals, so we're doomed. Don't you get it, Midoriya? Or did All Might knock all the brains out of you?
Kaminari? I'm not sure I'll get to go either. Our team only passed thanks to Mineta. I got knocked out. And since we don't know how they're scoring
Yeah, he was just out the whole
It doesn't
time.
matter. They specifically said if one of you gets through both
Once the
pass.
bell rings, you should be in your seats. Morning. Unfortunately, there are a few of you who did not pass your final exams. So when it comes to the training camp in the woods, everyone is going.
All right.
Did it again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good news is that no one bombed the written exam. 5 failed the practical badly. 2 teams, of course. And
Were
then
they so
Sarah
they're being
failed as
scored
well.
on it, but even if they were scored badly, that doesn't mean they're not going to camp.
Yeah, they failed, but they're still going to camp.
Right, but it wasn't just either you pass or fail. They were receiving a score.
They received a score on the written portion, and then they pass or failed the practical.
I see. Okay.
And they
gotcha.
failed.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they all passed the written.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The good news is that no one bombed the written exam. 5 failed the practical badly. 2 teams, of course. And then Sarah failed as well.
He did fail.
Crap, I knew it.
Oh, okay.
Mineta made it to the gate, but I didn't do near enough to pass.
Allow me to explain. For the practical battles, the teachers made sure to leave a way for the students to win. Otherwise, you never would have stood a chance. We were interested in observing how you each worked together and approached the task at hand.
But didn't you promise that the teachers wouldn't be holding back?
That was just to get you on edge.
We're just lying all over the
Training camp
place.
will focus on building your strength. Those who failed need those lessons the most. We were never going to separate you. That was just a
good
logical
point.
deception we used.
Yeah.
Logical deception?
Lied on purpose.
I should have expected this. Aizawa, this is the second time you've lied to us. Aren't
Yeah.
you afraid we'll lose faith in you?
A little blunt there, Tenya.
That's a good point. I'll consider it. But I wasn't lying to you about everything. Failure is failure. We've prepared extra lessons for the 5 of you.
Okay.
Frankly, they'll be far tougher than what you'd face at summer school.
This is gonna be great. I'm so glad we're all going together.
Looks like we'll be at the training camp a full week. I've got to find a bigger suitcase.
Yeah, I don't even have a bathing suit. Guess I need to buy some stuff.
Night vision goggles! Guys, since we're off tomorrow...
So they're going to camp.
All
right.
Best idea! Why doesn't Class 1A go shopping together?
Perfect.
We've never hung out.
Is
as
this just a
class
shopping
before.
episode? It's an interesting choice for a finale.
Anything more annoying.
Will you come, Todoroki?
Of course.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Boopers! Don't you ever get tired of being so serious?
Serious isn't the word I'd use.
Yeah.
Man, do I love this place! It's got a ton of different
Wow.
stores to shop at, and they're all super cool and hip.
It's a gorgeous mall.
Yeah.
for all body types and have a range of gear for everyone from teens to seniors.
You're going to scare the children.
You're gonna, says the bird man.
Literally.
I saw him on TV.
Overthinking is scarier than a bird man.
Yeah. So they love
Oh,
the
they're like a
sports
little
festival.
famous.
I want to track down a new duffel bag to bring to summer training.
Oh yeah? Maybe the two of us should browse together.
Let's see, where can
Sweet.
picking kid in the
Couldn't she just make a
Guess I
bag?
should probably buy some outdoor
Probably.
shoes for this thing.
Oh, that's smart. Me too.
The guide said
It's
your
the
roots had
principle.
already been broken in, though. But wait, perhaps it's a mistake not to factor utility into the equation.
So then why don't we
Love getting to see them break down real life stuff.
Oh yeah.
Great idea.
Perfect. Let's say we're all back around 3.
Sounds good.
Looks like it's just you and me left.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna shop for today? I want to find a few heavier wrist weights so I can up my training.
I mostly just need bug spray.
Is it because you
Yep. Gotta keep those pests away! Do you mean me? You're so stupid, Aoyama! That's not it at all! I don't think.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Came together as a class, but here I am all by myself.
No.
It's
That's
someone from
sad.
UA. Nice. I want an
Who's that?
autograph.
No, 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 no.
Beat to hell at the sports festival.
Where is his mouth?
Wow, UA's so amazing. I can't believe how many people watch the matches and still remember us.
This is weird. No one.
You ran into the
Okay.
hero killer in the
Come on.
Hosu incident too? You're practically famous.
You sure do know a lot.
This isn't normal fan
Just a
behavior,
big fan of
Deku.
yours. I can't believe I'm running into you again. It
Again?
makes me think that it might not be a coincidence. No. This feels
Don't
like it's destiny.
God, him and the weird neck
Oh,
shit.
right.
Yeah.
From your point of view, we haven't met since the attack on UA.
Do you remember how his quirk works?
Not really.
Why don't we spend some time catching up, Izuku Midoriya?
So you got it was Shigaraki immediately.
What? Yeah.
Cool.
Of course you knew it was Shigaraki.
You didn't explicitly mention it.
Oh,
I was
okay.
wondering. I didn't want to assume, but it was pretty clear.
No, okay. When I said where's his mouth, I was referring to what.
The
where.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our first time actually seeing his mouth.
Yes. Very scary.
So yeah, he's got him here. And you don't remember how his quirk works?
No.
We probably lost a good amount of audio there. Bummer Nation, know that we enjoyed the whole mall scene.
Well, and they're in like a crowded place too. This isn't
Yeah.
like isolated.
They wait till
Which-
like midway through the episode to give us the title. But yeah,
Exactly.
they're in the middle of a mall, and
Yeah.
Shigaraki just has him.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember how his quirk works?
No.
Mm.
What meaning is there to killing if you don't have real convictions?
Just wait, hero killer. These people think they're safe, like nothing can harm them. I don't know if they're naive or just ignorant. People are getting killed somewhere at this
Oh, the
very
All Might
moment,
toys.
but these idiots keep smiling, like they don't have a care in the world.
Hero killer gear. Are they really selling this?
You get
Oh,
into
boy.
so much trouble if you buy that?
Sure, but how does it look?
Oh, cool. But on the other
That's
hand,
wild.
Yeah.
you've got sympathizers who couldn't care less about your ideals.
Feels like it should be
Yet they
illegal.
still
Right?
follow you. What's up with that? Aren't we doing the same thing?
Oh,
You
hi, Rue.
and me. In the end, you destroy things you hate just like I do. So what gives? What's the difference?
So do you see a difference?
Intention?
Act natural.
The why?
I'm just an old friend who ran into you at the mall.
Is he giving him the middle
Calm
finger?
down and wipe that look off your face. I think we should have a conversation.
Dog man.
Yeah.
But
A friendly chat. Oh, and of course, if you try to run or fight me in any way, well, it'll be fast. Soon as all 5 of my fingers touch your neck, your throat will be the first thing that disintegrates. In a matter of seconds, you'll be nothing more than dust and powdered bone.
yeah, if he touches
Dissolving.
all
Sit back here
5.
where there are so many people. A hero will come and catch you in no time. You couldn't escape.
I don't doubt that. But just look at these sheep. Any one of them could use their quirks and start a massacre whenever they wanted. And yet they're all here, smiling. They think laws and rules will protect them because they assume everyone has their same morals. They're convinced nothing bad could ever happen to them. After you, I could kill 20, 30, maybe even more before a pro showed up and managed to stop me.
I get it. Let's talk.
This is nice. A real moment. Let's go grab a seat and get comfortable, why don't we?
Yikes. Okay.
When it comes
Don't
down
like
to
this
it,
at all.
I hate basically everything.
Yeah, not
Hero
the
killer
greatest
pisses me
situation.
off the most right now.
Isn't he one of your guys?
Not technically, but that's what the media made it look like. And that's what my problem is. It's like suddenly everyone is obsessed with that stupid hero killer. The attack on UA, the Nomus I released on Hosu, he upstaged all of it. No one's even giving me a second thought. Why is that? Despite what he claims to believe, all he really did was try to get rid of whatever things he didn't like. What do you think the difference is between us, Midoriya?
So, what do you think the difference between Stain and Shigaraki is?
I mean, it's the same thing that's different between trophy hunting and hunting for food. You're ultimately doing the same thing. You're ending a life. The reason for it is everything. That's literally the only thing that matters.
What's like the difference in reasoning you're seeing?
I mean, I'm definitely not saying that either one is justified, but if you are doing something bad because you believe in the long run it's going to be beneficial for the greater good, that's the hero killer. Versus Shigaraki, who's just doing bad stuff because he's irritated. Like, that's not the same thing.
It's just so fascinating that Shigaraki does not see that difference at all.
No, because he's like, we both hunted a lion, we both shot it, what's the fucking difference? It's like, you're putting a head on a wall and someone is feeding a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like, in his head.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
I can't just run away every time I get flustered. I bet Deku was really confused by that. I feel bad leaving him behind. So
Yeah, that seemed like she was
go back and
not
apologize,
interested.
right?
Yeah.
Just go talk to him, all alone.
Gotta keep the pests away.
He's like,
Yeah, no
okay, I'll
problem.
stay away.
It's not like I want to spend all day shopping with him or anything weird. I mean, sure, I think he's amazing because he tries so hard to be a hero. But it's not like I like him. He's my friend. What Aoyama said was ridiculous.
What's the difference? I don't understand you. Your goals. And your villains. I don't agree with anything you do. I don't agree with the hero killer either. But I can understand him. At least sort of. Because the hero killer and I have something in common. We're inspired by All Might.
Everything I do
Interesting.
is to
Okay.
create a stronger society.
That night, he even saved me from the flying Nomu. He's a maniac, but he doesn't destroy things just because it sounds fun.
It's game over for real this time. Let's go home.
And when things were looking bad for him, he didn't abandon his mission like you did. Even if
Like,
the
he
way
stands
acted
for
was
something
wrong.
and is willing
He
to
held true his
sacrifice.
beliefs. That's the difference.
Whoa.
Wow, that...
He's saying he went too far and Shigaraki gave up. What a terrible thing to say.
All the dots connected. Why he makes me so angry. Why you
He just, like,
irritate me
really
so much.
laid it out, too.
Everything makes sense.
Don't like that face. Who does that remind me of?
That is a
One of
very
the
famous
Titans.
Shigaraki face. Oh, and it does look like a Titan, but that's
The
very
Clark Titan,
famous.
maybe?
Smiling Titan.
Yes.
It's him. The problem is All Might. Yeah, that's it. That's the most rational explanation. I didn't see it even though it was right in front of me the whole time. What was I worrying about so much? It's simple. He's why these morons are able to smile thoughtlessly. They feel so safe because that garbage pro is smiling thoughtlessly too, as if there's no one in the whole world he can't save. Oh, I'm glad we had this chat. I feel better. I can't thank you enough, Midoriya. I don't need to change my ways after all.
What if he just cut off one of his fingers?
Trouble now,
Because then he can't do the
unless you
5
want
finger.
to die. You want all these people here to crumble as well? You know, it's really ironic, Hero Killer. I'm your opposite, but you let me live. And now your ideals and convictions will become a stepping stone for me.
He's just gonna use it.
Wow.
Oh.
Is that a friend? No, that can't be right.
No.
Oh.
Boy.
Hey, let go of him.
This is nothing! Everything's fine! Stay back! No closer!
Oh, you were here with a friend? I didn't know. Sorry about that. If you try following me, I'll get angry.
Okay.
So.
Hold on! Shigaraki!
Shigaraki?
I have a question too. What is
Whoa.
all for one after?
Who knows, really? But here's a little word of advice, friend. Be careful. The next time we meet, I'll likely have to kill you.
And.
Oh boy.
There he goes.
Okay. Okay.
To killing if you don't have real convictions. I had convictions and ideals from the beginning, hero killer. I just didn't know. Nothing has changed. The only real difference is, now I know what I'm working toward. To create a world without All Might, and to prove how fragile society's sense of safety really is. That's what drives me. From this day forward, I will call it my conviction. There is only one man I'll let kill me. The true hero among you fakes. All Might is worthy. Everything is All Might's fault.
Not good to see Shigaraki smiling.
No.
Reported the incident.
Because he's already scary and powerful enough, like, unfocused.
Yeah, what do you make of what just happened?
Okay, I think this is terrible. Like, the idea of Shigaraki having, like, one single solid goal to strive towards is horrifying, given what he's been able to do when he's just f***ing around. The only thing is, if he's going after All Might, I feel like he has no shot. So maybe, if I'm trying to think of the most positive spin on it, if he immediately goes after All Might, he's like not thinking about it, right? Because he's Shigaraki. And he just tries to fight All Might and All Might beats him. And then that's it. And then everything's fine.
That would be great. He got close the last time he went at him with Nomu.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's an impossible thing.
No. I'm curious to see what strategy he comes up with when he's actually trying to plan something. Just because he's not a logical person and you need logic in order to plan things.
That's an interesting question.
Uraraka reported the incident, and the shopping mall was temporarily closed. The heroes and police in the area conducted a massive sweep. But they couldn't find Shigaraki.
He's still touching his neck.
Later that day, I was taken to the police
squeezed it.
station. Mr. Sukauchi, who is investigating the League of Villains, interviewed me. I told him everything I could about Shigaraki's appearance and the conversation we had.
From what I'm hearing, it sounds like they're not a monolithic organization. And it sounds like his desire to defeat All Might hasn't changed a bit. Anyway, thanks for the report, Midoriya. This helps.
Oh, sure. I just wish there was some way I could have detained him.
Don't worry. You did a great job holding it together when so many lives
Yeah,
were
not
on the
much you
line.
could have done.
Most people would have panicked and lost
exactly.
their cool in that situation.
And then everyone
No
in
one
the
got
mall would
hurt
have
today
been
because you were able
done.
to remain calm.
Hey, Ruby.
Young Midoriya, Sukauchi.
All Might? But how?
I needed to talk to him anyway.
What a relief. I'm so glad you're okay. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to protect you and the others.
It's fine.
I love my life.
Well, never mind. But
It's fine.
it's not so fine.
No, doesn't seem like it.
All Might,
Yeah, what is it?
do you ever have times when you can't save all the people that you want to?
Of
Yes,
course.
I do, and often.
If he didn't, no one would die.
For my help anywhere in the world right now, and I would never know about it. I know it's frustrating, but we're only human. There are always going to be people beyond our reach that we can't protect.
Being number one, that must be hard
That's all
to.
the more reason to
100%.
stand tall and smile. So that the symbol of justice is always there, even when I can't be.
Wow.
Flicker in people's hearts, whether they be a hero or a villain.
The kid's worried about what Shigaraki said, but that was likely the villain's resentment talking. All Might here has never failed to save someone after arriving at an emergency.
Oh,
We've got everything we need, so
after
you're good. We're all
arriving.
done here.
Okay. So once he shows up,
When
everything's
he's
fine.
here.
Oh, that's funny.
That's why it's such a reassuring thing.
Right. It's like, okay, no one's gonna die now.
Like literally, he's never failed.
I'm sorry.
His mom.
Everything's fine. I'm okay, Mom. There's no need to cry. The heroes and the police have been taking really good care of me all night.
Sansa, make sure they get home safe.
Sir.
Sansa the cat.
This time, at least, it appears to have been a coincidental meeting. But there's still a pretty big possibility that he or another student will be targeted in the future. Of course, we'll continue to be on high alert here, but the school should be ready to take drastic measures. The stronger the light
Stuff's getting
shines, the greater
serious.
the
Yeah.
darkness. I think that for the good of the students, you should consider leaving UA, All Might.
But
Whoa.
I've barely gotten started. I mean, it's only been 3 months of teaching.
I told you before that you weren't cut out for it. All for one again. This time we have to capture him.
One more fight. I'm counting on you again.
They said capture, not defeat or kill.
Yeah.
We'll see.
From the
Reaching the
entrance exam
end of the
to
season.
fitness test, combat training, the League of Villains attack, the sports festival, our internships and the Hosu incident, and finally our exams. A lot has
It's kind of a
happened,
packed
but my first
school year.
semester at UA
Yeah.
is over.
It was a
Summer is
packed
about to
semester.
Yeah.
Though that doesn't mean we can just ignore our training. All of us need to be prepared for the evil lurking around the corner.
Going to
Okay,
visit
but they
his
have to
brother.
like train
Become true
themselves.
heroes.
Yeah. And he's visiting his
Nice.
mom.
We don't
Sweet.
have time to stand around. We have to keep running toward our goals.
He's running on the sand to train.
Yeah. Just like he did at the beginning.
That's so cute. Is the water bottle All Might themed?
Maybe. I don't think so.
It's blue and yellow with the little yellow like hair spikes. I thought.
Bird motif.
Birds.
And that is season 2 of My Hero Academia.
Yay.
Ooh, there's some
You seem
more.
oddly happy today, Master. Is it because the League of Villains roster continues to grow steadily?
That's not why, Doctor. It's because Tomura Shigaraki has finally found his conviction. The League of Villains needs people who will get behind his principles. I'll leave all of the decisions to him.
All of it?
If he
Yeah.
asks for help, then of course I'll step in and guide him. That's not a problem, as I
Wow,
see.
he's really handing over the
In
reins
fact, I've been
immediately.
waiting for the day when he seeks my aid. I'm preparing for him to become the next me, my successor.
What? Oh no, oh no, no. Oh.
Yep. And that is where we are left for the season finale of My Hero Academia Season 2.
Don't be shy, Kota. Say hi to everyone.
Kind of
Hey
funny
there.
that someone who
My
said
name's
being a
Midori.
hero is
I'm from the
pointless
UA
has
High
points
School
on his
Hero
hat.
course. It's nice to meet you.
You fiend of a child!
What are your first thoughts?
Oh god. Okay, so All for One is, despite rebuilding, also deteriorating and planning on developing his successor to the degree that he's handing over control and like will be a mentor if asked, but not voluntarily, like not without prompting. I feel like based on what we've seen of All for One in his like recovery pod situation, that would make me think that he's getting close to like stepping out again. Okay, I had been under the impression that All for One was like ramping up in terms of all of the like healing medical stuff he had and also the planning. But then if he's pretty much handing over the controls at this point, that makes me think that he's on the way out, actually. So that's confusing.
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what else is going to be the remainder of his plan if he's giving over the reins right now to Shigaraki. But that is where we are left for Season 2 of My Hero Academia. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for episodes coming every Sunday and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes early, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
All right, thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to join our community of over 4,000 on there, check out the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Thank you for watching. Now we have our 3 questions. Question 1. Just Your Average Fangirl asks, what do you think of Shigaraki asking Deku about what the real difference between heroes and villains is, or really more the hero killer and what he's doing? What do you think about Deku's view on the hero killer even though he was a villain?
Okay, I thought it was super interesting because the way that Shigaraki asked didn't necessarily give the vibe of someone who's looking for an answer or is willing to listen if they're given an answer. But then what Deku said resonated with him so strongly that it ended up kind of making him do a 180 almost. And I think it makes sense that Deku would at least have more understanding for what the hero killer's doing, just because All Might is so important to him and they like share that.
Yeah.
And like no intention has less in common with good intentions and bad intentions in the same way.
Yeah, it definitely like a point we've been talking about, but interesting to see the show like directly ask like, what is the difference?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I also I know it's a show and I know it was written, but the speed and he was so fast and so concise with his answer. Like that did not take him any time at all
Read him
to
like
come
a book.
up literally. And like, if someone asks you like sarcastically, what's the difference? And they do that shit, like.
Yeah, and with that in mind, our second question is Jinchurki87 asks, clearly Shigaraki was already dangerous. However, his plots seemed unfocused. Now that he has found some purpose for his actions, how much more of a threat do you think he will be?
I think it's going to be really bad. I think it's going to be like a magnifying glass, where it's like, there's light, whatever, but now it's focused and it can burn shit down.
So you think he's going to be a more effective villain now?
1,000%.
We're going to have to see how that pans out. But yeah, he got close to killing All Might even without conviction. So it's interesting to think what he'll do with them.
True.
But yeah, let's go to our final question. The Lorax asks, we've started to get introduced to more villains now. We haven't seen much of them yet, but what are your first thoughts on Toga and Dabi? And now that we've seen a bit more of them, Kurogiri. He seems weirdly submissive and enabling to Shigaraki, even though he clearly seems to have more experience and knowledge of the villain world.
Okay, Kurogiri's like perspective / whatever approach he's taking right now is super interesting because it's kind of like Butler vibes. So I don't know if maybe he's just like the kind of person who's okay being the number 2, or if he recognizes that Shigaraki is probably most likely to accomplish the most in the villain world, and if he can just kind of like almost pilot a mech suit kind of situation, and the only way that Shigaraki would allow that is if he thinks it's his own idea, so then acting like the greatest assistant ever is kind of the way to accomplish that, I would think. In terms of Dabi,
he's come to the League of Villains because he wants to fulfill Stain's like sort of legacy.
Right, okay. I think the idea that Dabi, because he's supportive of Stain, went to Shigaraki is like such an interesting way to show how kind of everyone has picked up on the dynamic that since both Shigaraki and Stain are like anti-hero, that they're on the same side when they're...
The other aspect is that they saw Shigaraki at the same scene that night, like the camera caught them.
Right.
So it seems like they were on the same team.
Yeah, but he has been like kind of a little bit public about his intentions, right? That it's like...
He didn't make the papers.
No? Okay.
He's not as known. He doesn't have the merch. He doesn't.
Interesting.
Like, that's what he was pissed about. That he's like, what?
Okay.
Why is he getting all this notoriety, and why is his message being spread? What about my message? What even is my message?
Okay, then I am very interested to see how Shigaraki responds to being sought out as a mentor for an ideology of someone who he disagrees with.
Yeah.
Like that
I didn't want to point you to that, but like that is the most interesting thing for me.
Yeah.
Is like he's like, I'm gonna use them, and it's like,
are you?
I guess you can technically be like, we're gonna kill this guy, and like, you know why? Because Stain
wants to. Like, there are only so many times you can say like, oh, the other guy said to, before someone, especially if they're like, if someone is just blindly supporting Shigaraki, that doesn't really tell you a lot about their intentions, whereas someone specifically seeking out Stain, it's the same thing as Deku saying like, I get it at least.
Yeah.
That kind of person is not just gonna go along with like whatever. But then again, now Shigaraki's kind of taking a different direction, so they're not gonna have seen him as this all over the place villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Toga just freaks me out. I don't really have a whole lot there.
Yeah. It's a good, astute observation.
Yeah.
But that is where we are left for season 2. Are we excited for season 3 of My Hero Academia?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.